Hello, everybody. I have returned. This will technically be the main stream for this, but there is a precursor short stream that I started because I decided to stream this in 1440p 60 because I have a little bit of lag sometimes when streaming in 4K. So I'm playing in 4K, but it's going to downscale it to 1440p. It's a good middle ground. That way, it's not 1080p. Anybody can pretty much stream it and watch it and everything else, and I won't have any lag while doing this gameplay. So I'm going to launch Fallout 76 right now, and we're going to start. And if you have any information that you need about what I said in the last one, I essentially covered what the story is going to be, what I'm going to be doing here, what a custom world is. I laid out the most important parts of the main story and briefly described Fallout 76 like pre Wastelanders, when it was just everyone was dead, and like why that was, and how a lot of people didn't like it and didn't understand it, and that's fine. And it was a little confusing because it is a single player possible story but designed for four. You so what I was saying when I last ended was I was going to change my settings, and I've done that now. But to start with, in Fallout 76, you have to create your character in adventure mode first before you can actually use custom worlds. And in custom worlds, you can change all kinds of settings. I'm going to be setting it so that I do a tremendous amount of damage to enemies and they don't do anything to me. And that's because I have already done this story twice. One in the recent live streams I've been doing, and once when the game came out. So if you want to watch the original series of Fallout 76, I have a playlist of me starting my first character all the way back in the beta. I have a playlist of me playing from the actual launch date, playing the game in 1080p from exiting the vault all the way through the main story. And eventually I'm going to get to, because I did all of the side quests and all of the unmarked missions, and I've done every secret in the original game. That's coming at some point. I just have so much footage to go through that it's going to take me ages to go through it, edit it, and upload it, and then put all the settings and descriptions and put them up. But I will do it eventually, probably in a big chunk where I'm just going to do a lot of them at once. But essentially, I've got the whole main story there. I've got the whole Wastelanders story in a separate channel called Fallout 76 Wastelanders. Not separate channel, separate playlist. And I just started a new playlist because I'm doing the Steel Dawn and then Steel Rain in preparation for the new DLC coming for The Pit. And in the middle of the Brotherhood of Steel quests, the Invaders from Beyond event was going on, so my whole collecting pretty much all of the drops from that and playing the entire event is up right now. And the next episode will be doing another part of the main story, and then one where I'm resorting my inventory and putting stuff into a separate character that I use for storage so that I'm good to go for the rest of the Brotherhood storyline. But we're not focusing on that here, so because I'm not actually trying to do this for a fifth time, I'm not going to slowly trog through it, and I'm just going to show you guys exactly what you want to do if you want to get access to the nukes and how to launch one and how to like quickly go through all of the main story. I'm just going to be focusing on all of the things you have to do for the main story in order so that you know what to do if you play, and you'll have a guideline on what you're supposed to do. Because when you're being attacked by enemies in this game, they can hit you pretty hard if your build isn't that great, and in the beginning it obviously isn't. And although they do now with When Wastelands update have scaling, so enemies will scale to your level, in some places they don't still, and in other places that's more detrimental to you than it was back then when you would still always find low level enemies in the forest. Now at level 50, they're still level 50 enemies generally. So we're going to go in here, and I'm going to launch the game now, finally. So bear with me. So, I already have a few characters. I've got my stream character, my original character. This was a personal character that I played for a while, and this was one I was just going to play on my own. I'm going to be deleting that. Deleting Matthew. He's going to die. Okay. I don't know why he's not. Say goodbye. Say your prayers. You're gone. Alright, so this character is going to be the one that we're going to do for our tutorial. So I'm probably going to name him as such. I'm just going to name him Tutorial. But in order to go into Custom World, we have to create it and go through the beginning. So I'm just going to let that play out because I actually enjoy the beginning. Enjoy the screenshot of me doing Invaders from Beyond on my main. Again, that's up on the channel already. I'm going to shut up.
War never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family.
Once we create this character and I hit enter, because I'm just going to go, this is the closest character to what I usually use. so I'm not gonna do all the little details, but you're gonna hear a noise, and it's gonna tell you that this is like the 100th time that it's replayed this because you're just late out of the vault. Because at this point, your character's like 4 years late from leaving, so it's supposed to be 25 years when Fallout 76 launched. So now it's been 29 years since the vault was opened. So I'm going to go with body. I'm going to go with that. Somewhere in between. Accept. And I'm going to be done with this. I'm going to name it Custom World. You don't have to do this, so I'm not going to. Here we are. You can already attack. I'm in walking mode, and that's running. Everybody in the vault got every single award because they're supposed to be the best of the best, so they all kind of compete. So they just made everybody the top. You can obviously figure this all out for yourself if you decide to play this. There's lots of communities. As far as MMO goes and PvP goes, it's probably, other than people with legacy weapons from before they balanced them, it's actually pretty fair and people are pretty nice to each other. I'm also going to do separate tutorials on how to do the events and all that. So, because a lot of people don't seem to understand how the events work or what you're supposed to do. So, to start this, I believe after you pick up this Pip-Boy, you can even leave the game and come back and you won't have to recustomize your character. I wouldn't risk it personally, but, you know, so, but after this, because I can't go into third person right now, once I pick this up, I can. And it'll activate the first class.
Tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Message repeats in 24 hours. System breakdown.
So there are a couple notes. You can't take them with you. There are some notes in this game you can take. Most of them you can take with you. Some of them just stay where they are. In their instance, if someone else takes a note, like, it'll still be on the table for them. So this is a note. You can pause the stream if you wanted to read that. You might have to go left to, like, read it. But if you're planning on playing, I would look around because I'm not going to be able to catch all of the audio things. I plan on making a video where I show up all the outfits and notes that I've collected over the entire time of playing the game. That way there's a record of them all. Every one of these apartments are the same, and there's actually a chance you can spawn in pretty much any of them. Like, I could have started there. I started the game in that one. But in this one, I started in the other one. So anyways, this tells me to go this way, because this was the way I'm supposed to go. You can kick this soccer ball around. There was actually quite a few people in here when the game launched when I started. There might actually be someone waiting for me outside the vault, because I usually do that sometimes. I'll just wait there and then give some stuff to a new player to, like, start them off, to let them know this is a good community that don't just hate everybody else. There's lots of dialogue options with these guys, mentioning how long you've been here, compared to what it originally was, but they generally say the same things.
Hello. At last! Today is your Reclamation Day. I bet you're just bursting your bolts to get out there and see the world.
So during a conversation, you can hit H to see everything that they've said. You get to select things. It's more like Fallout 3, but with like a Fallout 4-esque look. You can use Shift when you're in conversation to like look around at things as you're talking to someone if you want to readjust how you're looking at them. So I'm just going to say I'm ready to go.
Excellent. Adventure and opportunity awaits you, sir. The kiosks have valuable information to help you thrive out there. Best get cracking! Wakey,
Alright.
wakey, eggs and bakey, for the 100th time.
So, pretty much, you can literally run to the end of this vault and just pretty much leave. But, there are some stuff you can miss. But if you miss them, once you leave the vault, they'll automatically be added to your inventory. So don't worry about missing anything. But, like, if you want to experience leaving the vault, like, go ahead and look around. I don't think there's anything in this. Obviously, holding down the Pip-Boy button, which for me is tab, turns on the light. I set V to third person. And I got F is for favorites. C I have set for emotes, so I press Q if I want to go through the other ones that I have. You just mouse over it and then it'll stay. You just press Q again and it like selects it. Q, you know. That's a Fallout first emote. Confused. I actually kind of got to go through these. That's fine. That's good. I like the tricentennial salute. I like that better. Alright. But essentially when you do that, you just press C or whatever button you have and then click on it. Oh, I kind of messed that up. Press C, click it. And it will just loop, even when that icon is no longer on your head if you don't like press another button, like I clicked the walk button to like stop it there.
Another day, another opportunity to leave Vault 76. What do you say?
I can hold down E here to just drink it, like I just did. Or I can just press E and take it. I probably shouldn't have drank that, but like since I'm going to go back into custom worlds, it doesn't really matter. I don't think this works anyway. First person and third person. Shift is running. I'm going to pick up the
Always
stim
stay stocked with
pack right away.
medicines. And don't forget to use them.
The Overseer's mission.
I know it's
building
cozy
mission.
here, but you'll soon be faced with a distinct lack of power and shelter.
Okay. So here's one of the missable things. Once I grab this party hat and equip it. It is Reclamation Day for me right now.
You must all go through that giant vault door alone. Unless, of course, you're next to someone else. Which I'd recommend, actually.
So you don't have to do this because the holotape will be added to your inventory because you need it for the Overseer's separate mission. It's not connected directly to doing the main story. It is its own thing, but you can collect all of her holotapes and learn like which places she went to in order as you go to them. All the places that you go to in the story in order are the order you're supposed to find the tapes. And then she has her own personal quest you can do for her. But that was before she was actually in the game. Like, no one knew exactly what she looked like, even though she was in the tutorial cutscenes. She's the one in the glasses with the shorter haircut. We do see her now that Wastelanders came out. But you don't have to look at this terminal, but there is a holotape on here that you can take that you're kind of supposed to take. Like, you can play the holotape or just reject it by pressing R. Like that. So I'll open this. Obviously, I'm pressing E to select things. I press tab to go back. I reopen that. Press E. Okay. And if there's another page, you just press E again. And it'll open to the next one, then you press E. you know, I press it again, it goes back here. Obviously, there's no files, deleted files. I took the holotape. I will play it just for the sake of it, but I'm probably not gonna play the other ones because you can figure that on your own.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
Alright. So from now on, I'm just gonna do what we have to do for the main quest. So for Reclamation Day, we just have to leave.
Rebuilding America. Utterly terrifying. Glad I'm staying here. Still, I'm sure your camp will make it easy peasy.
Okay. You can't really search anything in this vault. But you do need to select this in order to get your first level. And for anyone who wants to watch for people coming out of the vault to like give them stuff.
Adaptability is key. If your role isn't working, try another. Get creative.
Right now we're level 1, but once I take these perk cards, I'm level 2. That means I'm just about to leave the vault. So like if you're waiting on someone who's still level 1, they could just be standing there. They could be going slow. But once they hit 2, they're about to leave. There's only like one more terminal we can use, which we have to hack into. And this teaches you how to level. So we select a special. I'm going to choose luck. And that's actually a pretty good start. So I'm going to go with that. Pharma. Gives me a 40% chance. Now when I next level up, I can pick another card. And if it's in the list of ones that are choosable, because like every time, like you'll open a card pack and you'll have a bunch of them that you can equip and unequip at will. Some of them you cannot equip until you're a certain level. This is obviously one that you started with. So if I get my next level, I choose this card again, I can upgrade it to this 2-star version, which does this. And then I can get a 3-star version if I get one more of the Pharma card. And then that'll take 3 luck in order to equip one level 3 card. Or I can have 3 separate luck cards, all at level 1, or like one that's level 2, one that's level 1, and equip them at the same time, as long as it adds up to the amount of special points I've got. So now I'm going to have 2 luck. And I've got 2 unused points, so I'm going to equip that. Now I've got 1 unused point. So if I get another one, I can literally just equip it, like right there. I don't have any other cards, though. And whenever you see that icon down there with him holding the cards, that means you've got a perk pack card of like 4 perks. 3 of them are normal, like random ones. One of them will be an animated card, because unlike Fallout 4, all of the perks aren't animated. It's only the ones that you get, like the 4th card in a pack. It's like a holographic, you know, it's supposed to be like that. Alright, so we can hack into the security terminal. Okay. It's unlocked for some reason. Just going through this quickly, but making sure that it does appear on the screen so you can read it if you want. There's actually another terminal. And I'll show you where it is, where you can read something. If you go back into the room where you got the perk cards, There is a terminal.
You, sir, possess the skills necessary to accomplish anything. I'm sure of it.
This personnel terminal. You can read those if you can catch up to me. Alright. And now at that point, you may just exit the vault. This guy will say goodbye in a bunch of random languages, and then that's it. That is the Reclamation Day quest.
Goodbye! Aloha!
If you're here fast
Ciao!
enough, or you don't go in that room
Arrivederci.
immediately, you can
Au
watch this
revoir.
vault door open.
Auf Wiedersehen!
But once it seals,
Vaya
you can never
con Dios.
re-enter Vault
Buen
76. So that's it. Now that I've left, I cannot re-enter. I can't invite people that are still in the vault into a team. I can't do anything with them until they've exited. We discovered the forest region and finished Reclamation Day. Wayward Souls is the first quest in the Wastelanders. I would not start that first. I would make sure to do the one that lets you launch the nukes, which is the original main quest.